One of the things we love doing on Thursday morning is checking in with Dr. Vince Hassel because he has such great information for people that are going through some struggles like we did this morning, Jackie. I was just telling Vince, putting pants on this morning, a little snug, getting these things on. It's not even winter yet, Vince, and already things are getting tight.
That's a problem, Lou. I can help you, pal.
Oh, yeah? How can you help me?
I've got a fantastic program. It's a metabolic reset program. Also, it's a weight loss program. That's the bonus of the program is the weight loss. But it's a cryothin program, uses a homeopathic cryothin drops to reset the endocrine system, allowing the body to tap into the abnormal fat. Lou, you'd lose a lot of weight, pal. You'd recapture your health and you'd fit those jeans.
Now, Vince, I was thinking about you last week, not just because you had a big birthday, so happy belated, sir. Looked like you had were able to have some fun with at least some family members out there during today's times. But I thought of you because a friend of mine was posting on social media. She's around my age. She does everything that she considers healthy, which is going to the gym. We'll always encourage people to be active and do that. She's a very, I would say, strong gal. She's, doing the things you would think about, like shakes in the morning and things like that. But she did a specific post on social media saying, I'm lifting the weights, I'm drinking the drinks, but I haven't lost a single pound in a year. Now, we know that muscle weighs more than fat and things like that, but why isn't it working for her? Because obviously it's still on her mind that she's doing all this work, but she's not seeing a result as in a form of a scale.
Yep, that's a great question. That's the people that I help. The people that are, they're doing everything right. They're doing their exercise, they're doing their nutrition, they're not losing weight, and there's a reason why. And the reason why is because the disbalance in the endocrine system. That's the science behind this program. It's the hypothalamus, the pituitary, the adrenal glands, and the thyroid has an axis. Those glands talk to each other. And when that axis is disbalanced and lost because of chronic stresses through life, that's the reason why that axis becomes lost. It makes it extremely difficult for her to do her exercise, eat her good nutrition, and lose the weight. This program corrects that. This program with the homeopathic cryothin drops rebalances the endocrine system. We align that with the food she's probably already eating called proteins, vegetables, fruits, and berries, and she'll lose the weight. Women lose 20 to 30 pounds in 42 days. Men lose 30 to 40 pounds in 42 days. Everybody does it. Everybody's successful. It corrects the reason why. Here, look, I don't have a guest today, but these are photos of before and after of the 1,800 people that I've helped through the program since I started this program in January of 2018. Everybody's successful. It corrects the reason why she's not losing the weight.
And I love you saying that because even when people think they're doing the right thing, they're moving, they're trying to eat the right thing, there still needs to be some balance, it sounds like, in their life. And it has to do with how the body and the mind make up, correct?
That's correct, right. Our body deals with stresses two different ways. One's the sympathetic nervous system, and everybody knows about that. That's your fight, fright, and flight. It's all about the nervous system. It controls everything in your body. But the second way your body deals with stresses is through the endocrine system. That's the hypothalamus, the pituitary, the adrenals. You've heard of those things, and the thyroid. And when that axis becomes disbalanced because of chronic stress, it makes it almost impossible for you to lose the weight. Plus the hormone storm that goes on within the body, especially with females with menopausal. And what happens there, they're not losing the weight like they could in their 20s and 30s. And it's frustrating. And they feel like they're stuck and this is where they need to be. And it's not true. You just need to do the right program. And this is the right program.
And the other thing I'm saying, because we're seeing a lot of before and afters right now of some of those 1,800 success programs that you just showed us in all of those binders. You can see more of those if people visit your office or online. People are, especially the women, I'm going to focus on the women right now because I am one, are losing it in places that's really hard to do so. And I'm talking about where we show off our curves. Not that we don't want to lose those beautiful curves, but that's the hardest place to really lose and slim down. But you're seeing in those before and afters, that's exactly where it's coming off. Can you explain why?
Yes, there's three different types of fat on the body. There's reserve fat, there's something called visceral or structural fat, and there's the abnormal fat. The reserve fat is what keeps you in bed from nighttime to morning time, and you don't have to get up and feed yourself in the middle of the night. Your body uses that. That's a good fat. The visceral fat or the structural fat is the fat around your cell membranes. It's around your organs. It's around your brain. It's supposed to be there. It's healthy. And the third type of fat is this abnormal, stubborn fat. And that is the belly fat, the butt fat, the hip fat, the back fat, the bra fat. And that's what we're going after. What happens when the endocrine system's disbalanced, it makes it really hard for people to go after that abnormal fat. People can go on a diet and restrict their calories and they can lose weight, but what they're losing is their reserve fat first, their visceral structural fat second, and then they are always, always, always losing their muscle next. That's the problem. That abnormal stubborn fat stays there. They never tap into that. And then when they're tired of dieting, I hate that word because dieting is something that's short term. It's something you're going to quit, and that's what they do. And then what happens is their weight goes back up and many times over because they lost that muscle. On this program, we're preserving the muscle. I can prove it to you because you weigh every week on this bioelectrical impedance analysis scale that shows us your muscle mass, your body fat percentage, really cool things like your metabolic age. That's kind of scary when you're 50 years old and you stand on the scale and it tells you that you're 78 years old because you're sick on the inside. That's the problem with systemic inflammation, metabolic syndrome, with the endocrine system not balanced. Your body is truly sick on the inside, and you need to address that and fix that. And that's what my program does, is addresses all those factors, gets the endocrine system back into balance, goes after the systemic inflammation, rids the body of the metabolic syndrome, and then we tap into that stubborn abnormal fat, which is the belly fat, hip fat, boob fat, bra fat, all that fat that you want off your body.
All right, now what about people that, you mentioned age there, what about people that say, oh, I'm getting older, my metabolism is slowing down? How do you answer that?
Yep, same. So the metabolism is controlled by the thyroid and the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is the king of the kingdom. He controls all those glands downstream, the pituitary, the thyroid, and the adrenals. And when the hypothalamus loses control of the thyroid, the metabolic rate goes through the floor. And then you do your exercise, you do your diet, and nothing happens. When the hypothalamus gets back in control by taking the homeopathic cryothin drops, and now he's in charge of the kid in the house, the thyroid, he whips him into shape and the thyroid comes back on track. I cannot tell you how many people that I've helped through this program that send me text 2 months later, 3 months later, now they've had their checkup with their MD and they're off their thyroid medication. There was no exit strategy from the MD for them to get off their thyroid medication. They were going to be on that for the rest of their life. But this program addresses the cause. It does not mask symptoms. And when their body recaptures balance and health, guess what? They get to get rid of their drugs that are masking the symptoms.
All right, people need to get information about this, Jackie.
Well, this is a life changer. As you said, this isn't a diet. This is changing your health, and you're going to go beyond just the time that you spend with the doctor to really change who you are, not only physically, emotionally, mentally, everything going into balance. So how do we get back on balance with you, doctor?
Yep, it's the metabolic reset of what the program does to get the body back into balance. Okay, you're going to lose weight. Many people show up in this office because they want to lose weight, but the most important part of this program is you're going to reclaim your health, reclaim the balance of your health within your body. It's not a diet, it's real foods. And now you're going to create habits and rituals that you carry with yourself out of the program. There's a tracker that the people check in on, and Jody checked in with me this morning. She does every day. She started the program probably 8 months ago. She lost, let's call it 25, 30 pounds in her 6-week program. Now she's down 54 pounds and she hasn't needed me. Because she didn't quit her diet. Again, I hate the word. She created a new lifestyle. She's still eating her proteins, vegetables, and fruits and berries. She's exercising now, and she continues to drop the weight. She's down, even more pounds than she left the program on.
All right, Dr. Vince, how do people get a hold of you? They want to get started on the program. What's the easiest way?
Real simple. Call or text me. Phone number is 515-423-8396, or check out the website, weightlossinDesMoines.com. And you can put information into the box where they capture your name and email address, cell phone, and I'll get back to you.
All right, great job.
Always love your inspiration, Dr. Vince Hassel. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
See you next week. Bye-bye.